Hello, and here we are for the round 6 of the F1 2018 modded career mode, in which we are driving as Max Verstappen. I haven't done this series in quite a long time, for the simple reason of exams, but now they're over, I have a bit more time, and yeah, it takes us to Monaco, which is my least favourite track on the game, due to that corner right there, the Lowe's hairpin. I cannot do that on the controller. I don't think many people can, to be honest. It's definitely a real track. You can see though, actually managing to qualify P3, and that's because this is still on 100 AI difficulty, something which I'm going to change next time out, because I seem to be quite a bit faster than, well, most of the AI. So next time I will be running 110, which is the full ultimate AI difficulty. But just for Monaco, because it's not exactly a favourite track of mine, I'm keeping it on 100 AI for now. And yeah, next time it will be slightly different. And also, this is the last time I'm going to be using the first version of Chris Dick's 2018 mods, because he actually put an update out, well, a few months ago. So I'm probably going to use that next time out as well, so it'll be a bit more realistic in terms of the ranking. But here we are now. Right how where we go, actually get a good start. We only managed to jump Vettel, and then we're up into P2, and you can see Hamilton's locked up, and that's actually allowed us into P1. So sort of a dream start really, from third to first. And yeah, even so, it's my least favourite track, leading the race. So this is on board with Valtteri Bottas. So there was a lot of action into turn 1, which is unusual for Monaco. You can see actually Alonso barging his way up the inside, and he gets 3 positions off the line. You can see he's still side by side with Ricciardo. As they go up the hill, you can see Bottas has got more things to worry about. He's actually got Hulkenberg around his outside, so Hulkenberg as well having a good start. But Alonso, yet again, being really strong off the line. He's actually going to go up into P4, while Hulkenberg's going to slot into what will be P7. But you can see actually no, Ricciardo is actually still going to hold it up his inside. They're going to be side by side, and this is important for Ricciardo, because if Alonso gets ahead, he's actually probably going to hold up Ricciardo a bit, but he goes around the outside, and that's a brilliant move from Fernando Alonso. But they're still side by side, and it's been nearly half a lap, and finally Alonso slots into 4th place, and Ricciardo has to concede. Meanwhile, up front, we've actually got Hamilton and Vettel for company. We're beginning to pull away, because of course the battling earlier on, that lap between Alonso and Ricciardo, and also he just seems to have the pace over Alonso. You see going purple, but immediately, well, we're getting chased down by both Vettel and Hamilton, who are going even faster still, as we set another purple lap. Now we're beginning to find our stride, but still, we still got them for company, so we can't really shake them as we head on to lap 5. But yeah, you can see it's still really tight in the midfield. I think Alonso's holding on up a really massive train, and you can see we just continually pull away from it. But yeah, this is lap 8 now. Not much happens, as could be expected. It's Monaco. You can't really overtake much. And yeah, we're going to chill into the pits now for our first pit stop. And it looks like we're going to be followed by Vettel and Hamilton. So yeah, I mean, I didn't really want to stay out, because I didn't want them to undercut me, because they definitely had the pace over us. So we just wanted to cover them off with either an undercut, or, as it's actually worked out, well, pitting at the same time. But you can actually see that Hamilton managed to jump Vettel in the pit phases, so Hamilton back up to P2 after falling to P3 at the beginning. And meanwhile, this is Raikkonen and Ricciardo who are going to take the lead after Alonso peels into the pits. So yeah, we got some, well, Ricciardo's got some clean air, so he's going to hopefully try to overcut Alonso, who's of course going to be stuck in a bit of traffic. Meanwhile, you can see as we skip on to the end of the lap, nothing really much happened that lap, apart from us coming out just ahead of Leclerc. And now we're going to maintain the lead, it looks like, because everyone's into the pits this lap. It's going to be interesting to see where Ricciardo and Raikkonen peel out. Of course, they're overcut. Well, they've got the pace, so they can definitely overcut the rest of the midfield. As we go into turn 1, you can see we've got quite a clear lead. As yeah, I mean, Leclerc actually held up Vettel and Hamilton after the pit stops. You can see there's a few people getting held in the pits. This is actually Raikkonen. Ricciardo got held a bit, but Raikkonen gets held a lot, and so does Bottas. So they're going to lose up a lot. And you can see that's actually Van Dorn who comes out ahead of them. So a lot of people managing to jump these guys in the pit stops, because they're just being held a lot by sort of approaching traffic. But meanwhile, you can see Alonso is actually on the left hand side of Ricciardo. They're going to be joined, will be side by side. Alonso's going to get the traction, and he's going to maintain the position. So Ricciardo's overcut nearly working, but Alonso just about getting the traction on the outside. So very close up there. Meanwhile, we're going to go defensive from Lewis Hamilton. He managed to defend the line, just going defensive, but Hamilton nearly taking us around the outside. And this is Bottas now. He's going to try to go around the outside of Warby Sirotkin, who's doing very well and has managed to jump Bottas as well. Sirotkin up into 12th and 15th on the grid. We've got bigger things to worry about as Hamilton now. He's going to try to make a move up the inside. We go slightly wide. That's going to leave him the space. But he seems to have the inside line. But here goes Hamilton locking up, going round our outside. We seem to have got him though into the next corner. We're going to try to brake quite late. I'm going to still force him in, but you see he's still there. He's actually going to butter just pass, and we're going to have to go side by side into this corner. Can we hang it around the outside like Alonso did on Ricciardo? He actually squeezes us out, and that means actually Vettel's going to try to get us now. So we've actually down to P2. Yeah, just one little mistake, and we're down to P2. So, yeah, even so it's 100 AI, it's still really punishing. And you can see, actually, this is Alonso who's locked up, and Ricciardo's going to try to spot a move up the inside. He's been waiting for God knows how many laps, and Alonso's actually rejoined quite aggressively, and Ricciardo's free. And meanwhile, you can see this is Hulkenberg. He's going to try to get Grosjean. He's managed to get the pair of them, but I think Alonso's actually gone into the wall and lost a bit front wing. I don't know about Grosjean. I think he might have lost a bit front wing as well, but Alonso locking up everywhere now, so he's definitely got something wrong with the car. And yeah, Hulkenberg very opportunistic up into what will be P5, so very impressive stuff. Meanwhile, Grosjean's going to take Alonso around the outside. Alonso's still looking up, and this guy cannot get any luck in this league. I mean, he's just, in this career mode, he's had some really good races, but again, he's looking up. This is going to allow Sainz to take a look at him. Sainz as well doing really well, because he hasn't got points at all, but we've actually just had a lapse of concentration trying to catch Hamilton, who's been pulling away, and we've gone right into the wall, and now we're going to have to come into the pits. We'll be ultra sauce, and just like that, it looked like we were going to be gaining on our 3 championship rivals, but now they're going to be 1, 2, 3, as we're going to come out and what will probably be behind Alonso's train. Even so, yeah, it'll be close, because Alonso has been holding them up quite a bit. You can see Hulkenberg's already managed to break quite a bit, and you can see Grosjean as well, just about stuck behind him, as we're going to head down the start-finish straight, and you can see Grosjean's got ahead. So yeah, this is just yeah, a few laps. You can see actually we're going to rejoin, and it's going to be P12. So you've got some work to do if you want to get back onto the points. And yeah, we've been running in the top 3 the whole time, and then just like that, we've sort of fallen behind. But this is actually a Carlos Sainz. It's going to go side by side with Alonso. They actually tag each other. I think Sainz might have got a bit of damage, but again, Sainz is going to go around the outside of Alonso. Alonso squeezing him into the wall, and yeah, Alonso losing another position. So yeah, this is just from my perspective. So we caught up to the back of this train. You can see Alonso and Sainz scrapping up ahead. Meanwhile, we're trying to get Raikkonen. We actually get him right up the inside, and that's 2 positions. So we're already back into the points. And as we skip on to a bit later, this is actually us chasing down what will be Stoffel Van Dorn, who's actually stuck up behind Gasly. We're going to try to get him side by side with Go, and we're going to have to leave him in the room. Van Dorn's actually managed to hold it around our outside, and we've actually lost a bit of time as a result of the squabbling. But you can see now we're actually caught up to him quite quickly. We're going to go up his inside. We're going to try the switchback move. He timed it to perfection. I've only got Alonso just ahead of Gasly. We're actually going to the back of Gasly, I think, as Alonso actually breaks early, but we're going to get the pair of them as Alonso pews into the pit, and that's up into P7. Us up into P7, but yeah, again, we've got more front wing damage as we try to hunt down what would be P6 in Carlos Sainz. So yeah, it's really important that we try to make our way back through the field, and this is just on board with Gasly. You can see Alonso peels in, and out of nowhere, we just sort of take the position off him. So yeah, it didn't actually take us long to catch up to Sainz, even with a bit of front wing damage. Again, I just seem to be a bit faster than 100 AI, even around Monaco. But you can see up the inside, we're going to go side by side. We're going to go around his outside, and we actually managed to get the move. We actually nearly lose a bit more front wing as we hit the wall. We're actually very lucky there to not escape without any damage. But we're going to go through the section again, and yeah, we're just trying to hunt down Grosjean. But as we clip onto the final lap, Grosjean just seems to be a bit too far ahead, and yeah, Hamilton wins. Well, quite a surprising victory, really, considering he's in the Mercedes. As we're all over the place on this final lap. We're trying to just hunt down Grosjean the best we can, and you can see actually going into the wall, get a bit more front wing damage, but it's not going to matter. We're going to cross the line for a lowly P6, and that's going to really spice things up in the championship as we go as we cross the line in what will be P6. So yeah, not really the best result considering we were fighting at the front for quite a bit, but yeah, I suppose we're still in the points, and you can see Bottas and Raikkonen actually 10th and 12th, 20th and 13th retrospectively. So they've had a really torrid time. So yeah, here we are now, just sort of looking at the podium sequence. It's going to be Hamilton who's going to win the race from Vettel. So considering he looked up into turn 1 and lost 2 positions, he's done a really good recovery. Of course, gaining 1 position in the pit lane, and of course doing a really good move around the outside on us. So yeah, that's going to be, well, Smeen up the inside of Lowe's. Meanwhile, there's Raikkonen, only P10, so that's really going to sort his championship charge. Meanwhile, you can see Hamilton go from 4th to 1st with that victory. He's actually P1, and only a point behind him is us, so it's very close in the top 4. You can see Vettel's 2 points behind us, and Ricciardo 2 points behind him, so the top 4 separated by 5 points. And yeah, Bottas and Raikkonen seem to be out of this fight right now after their bad results. Meanwhile, we stretch up. Well, we don't stretch our lead in the constructors, but we sort of maintain our lead. and you can see as well McLaren being put under a bit more pressure by Renault. So having a look at the final race standings, you can see Hamilton wins from Vettel, then it's followed by Ricciardo, Hülkenberg getting a really good P4, Grosjean P5, Verstappen 6th, and Sainz getting his first points of the season in 7th. So finally the Renaults seem to be on form, and with that they're actually hunting down, well, they've already overtaken the Force Indias, but they're hunting down the McLarens. But that's going to be it. See you next time.